Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to my review of Transformers War for Cybertron. I was recommended this by Mr. Whitey, so I picked it up during the Steam sales for 10 quid. Ain't bad, really. Alright, we gotta start with the basics, then move from there. Okay, let's start off with the basics of the game. Start off with, when you boot up the game, you have the choice between, well, you can start straight off with either the glorious Decepticons or straight off with the Autobots. You want to start off with the Decepticons because their storyline runs into the Autobot one. Each chapter is broken down into a load of checkpoints, and each chapter is about an hour or so long, with the boss fights tending to be about 15 minutes depending on how much you fuck it up. So let's look at one. I'm going to go with Autobots. That one will do. At the start of every mission you get a choice of 3 different characters, but to be honest it doesn't matter how you pick, it's really down to what starting weapon they have and who you like the best. I should go with Glorious Optimus Prime. So let's talk about the basic combat of the game. It's pretty much run around, shoot things, hide behind stuff so you don't die. Basic weapons range from machine guns, shotguns and sniper rifles, and you have the melee weapon of YA! Which is all well and good. Most missions tend to be clear out area, push button, move to next area. And at the end of every chapter there's a big boss battle.
What have they done to you?
The game also brings up important points. You hold down B and it will focus in on them.
We've located Omega Supreme. Can you access the terminal here remotely and find a way to free him?
Negative, Optimus.
Now
the system is too well protected to hack. But if you can find a way to weaken their power grid,
but as well as the basic combat, you also have the ability to transform, and the transformation animation is absolutely gorgeous. It's quick, it's simple, you don't have to hold anything down, and you have access to a heavy weapon when you do so. But really, it gets a bit samey after a while. While you have a good choice of weapons, the basic combat of jump out, shoot things, jump back in behind something does get a bit dull and repetitive.
There. Blast the power cells.
As well as the occasional fuck you enemy that is entirely invisible apart from a glowing weapon that basically pisses you off because there's fucking hundreds of them and they're tiny.
The whole facility's in lockdown mode. Guess they know you're
there. But you know, if you get bored you can just transform in and out.
Punch up a hollow map.
It's always fun to just jump around and transform.
First thing you need to do is hack the main security console. That'll cancel the lockdown.
Soon as we're here, the game is based on the Unreal Tournament 3 engine and is therefore gorgeous.
Watch how a pro deals with these creeps.
Sure thing, old-timer! Just tell me when the pro shows up! Keep dreaming, Grandpa! I'm too up on you!
But the other problem is the air is slightly pants-on-head retarded.
Prepare to die, Autobot!
See, this one's 2 feet away from me and hasn't actually hit me yet. So the AI isn't great at times. It's challenging at times because they'll hide behind shit, but then it just has a brain fart and gives up. Okay. So, with the gameplay out of the way, let's talk about voice acting. I think the voice acting in this game is absolutely brilliant. Megatron is gloriously evil and really well done. Prime, they use the actor out of all the films and the movies as well, including the Michael Bay shit. And Starscream is an utter slimy little bitch.
Now I can introduce Dark Energon into the planet's core. And as it spreads throughout Cybertron, my power shall travel with it.
Entrance to the planet core is heavily shielded behind the Omega Gate.
I will acquire the key. We launch a full-scale assault on Iacon immediately.
Sadly, Megatron's face is slightly dirty.
His pathetic Autobots off the face of the planet.
But still, the voice acting is very, very good all around. So, on to my score. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10, but, now here's the big but, I am a Transformers fan. I have a few Transformers on my shelf. I used to watch the series, I've watched the films, including the Michael Bay shit. I've also watched the new Prime series, which is brilliant and I do like, even if they do go and make a bit Michael Bay on a few characters. if you're not a fan and you can't find this for a tenner, I wouldn't bother. A tenner, it's alright. For a tenner, it's a nice little game. I'd give it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 if you're not a fan. If you're a fan, it's a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, because it's just good to play. You like playing your Optimus, your Megatron, Soundwave. Yes. And it's quite fun. Haven't tried the multiplayer or any of the online stuff because you have to log in, and to be honest, I can't be fucked to make another account for something. So, if you're not a fan, 5 out of 10. If you can't find it for a tenner, I wouldn't bother. Actually, if you are a fan and you can't find it for a tenner, I wouldn't bother either. It's pretty cheap. It's an older game now. There, Transformers War for Cybertron. If you're not a fan, 5 out of 10. If you can't find it for less than a tenner, wouldn't bother. If you're a fan, 7 out of 10. Yeah. But only if you can find it for a tenner. As always, I'm Big Adam, and I do crap reviews. But I do them for the glory of Megatron!